Good day, my kings and queens. Welcome to Substyle Living. My name is Sabrina Joy. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Please like, share, and press the notification button for more videos on health and beauty. Always please share my videos. Leave a comment. If you have a question, go ahead. Now we're going to be talking about how to make a very easy, fast, simple recipe fish recipe that you can do anytime, and it takes just a few minutes to make. I have cleaned my fish already. I just working now through the ingredients. This is my lemon zest, and with this lemon I have just grated only the upper part. I did this so that you can see. You see this part? Don't do it like that. Only like this. Just like this, very lightly, so that you only have the yellow and not the white included, because it makes it bitter. We're only doing the yellow, so when you grate it, don't make it too deep. Now this is my thyme. I am using as much fresh herbs that I can lay my hands so that I can find. I prefer to use the fresh ones. So this is my rosemary, but I have already chopped it. This is the chopped one already, so that was just to show you. So, and this is my curry powder. So that's my this is my ginger. I have chopped it already. This is my salt, and actually I only use sea salt. That is my garlic. You can see I have a lot of garlic. I love to use garlic when it comes to fish. That's my stock cube. And all of this I'm now going to mix in here and mix it all up with olive oil, and then add it to my fish. So that's my salt. Sea salt. Use sea salt if you can, please, instead of the table salt. Curry powder, because sea salt is much healthier than the table salt. I'm going to add my ginger, and I'm adding my rosemary, and my garlic, ginger, rosemary with fish is the bomb. It can only just taste good, believe me. I'm gonna shift that to the side so I can add the rest of my garlic. Lemon zest, that's the lemon zest, and that's my clove. Clove also adds a fantastic aroma to fish. So let me do the rest of my garlic. Onions also is quite medicinal, especially now in winter, the winter period. And the tomatoes, my chopped tomatoes. Use as much fresh vegetables as you can, and herbs. So that's my stock cube, but you can see that it's just a little bit. It's not a full one. I don't want too much stock cube. We should not take too much stock cube, so that the food's aroma and taste can come out, so we don't bury it with the stock cube taste. So that's my thyme. I'm just gonna chop it up a little bit with my hands. I don't need to use a knife for this because they are very fresh and tender. So I'm now going to go ahead and add my olive oil and add that to my fish. In the meanwhile, let's talk about fish. Fish has got a lot of nutritional values, and it makes it also better for us to go and incorporate more fish in our meals than meat. Meat is quite healthy as long as we don't overdo it. I choose to eat fish at least 2 to 3 times a week because I over time realized that meat is quite difficult for the body to digest. So which means your body has to work much longer trying to digest meat. So in the long run, it's better to make 2 to 3 days break in a week where you don't eat meat at all and you just eat fish. I have washed my fish. Now I'm just going to mix up my ingredients and put it and add it to my fish. Well, fish, there are two crucial omega-3 fatty acids that comes from certain fish. Fish can lower your chances of having stroke or heart diseases. Fish can help to fight stiffness in the joints, like arthritis. Again, I mentioned it in one of my videos already where I talked about the fact that I do have arthritis, and therefore I always try to go for meals that would help me manage that. Being that my job, I have to use my fingers a lot, I try to make sure that I can manage that arthritis so that it doesn't get worse. So with fish and including fish in my diet, it does help me a lot. So I try to eat less meat. I'm not a vegetarian, I'm not vegan. I just choose not to eat too much meat. 3 times a week in my home, there's no fish. There's no meat. We tend to eat fish because fish has a lot in it that can actually help us. The omega-3 in fish can keep your blood from clumping together. The omega-3 is also excellent for your skin. Since fish is one of the best primary source of omega-3 fatty acid, the health benefits of consuming fish, more fish and less beef, pork, poultry, for example, seems to set the two far apart, which is what I'm saying, the two far apart. I'm talking about fish and meat. Generally, we consume land meat for much more than we do fish. But I think it is time that we start to consider how we should eat a little bit more fish than meat, because fish, our body tends to be able to digest the fish easier than the meat. And meat in the long run, if eaten in too much of a high quantity, can actually cause us problems. So the term flexitarian has been coined to describe someone who eats mostly plant-based food, but occasionally eats meat, poultry, and fish. That kind of healthy eating is central to the Mediterranean. You know that the Mediterraneans, they do like to eat a lot of seafood. So if we can, let's try to incorporate more seafood, more fish into our meal, and most importantly, plant-based food. I am always for plant-based food. Let's try to reduce the intake of processed food and stick with the natural way of food intake, which is making sure that we are eating more plants than processed food. Now my fish is just about ready to be put in the oven. I'm going to cover it with a foil. So you see that this is a very, very easy process. It doesn't take too long to get prepared. So now that it's all covered up, I'm going to just go ahead, make sure that the foil is sealed, all through. And now I'm going to go ahead and put this into my oven. Yes, now I'm bringing it to the oven. So you see it's in the oven, and I'm going to go ahead and you see that's as high as I make it, because that way I don't have to do much. I just let it cook in there. So by the time the fish is almost ready, let's say I'm leaving that in there for about 40 minutes on the foil, and then I remove the foil for just the last bit because I want to have it a bit dry, like you can see it here, so that it feels and tastes like fried fish. And I'm eating mine with salad and just these two pieces of bread. That's enough for me. Thank you. This is for my daughter. She wants it with rice. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time.